fumble by Gronauer on the first play. He's under duress, steps up in the pocket, rolls to his right, keeps his eyes downfield, and fires it, and it's a dart that is going to be complete. A beautiful throw to Noah Vernon, and that play was all Gronauer.
Yeah, Vernon did a great job as well coming back to the ball. 5'11", 140 junior comes back from that, and looking downfield, I didn't think he had a receiver, but good job by Vernon coming back and giving him a target.
Gronauer steps up into the pocket, fires downfield, and it is bobbled and finally picked off. Well, here we go. The double wing offense on full display and a loose football in the end zone. That's a disaster for Arborview. It's going to be a defensive touchdown for the Crusaders as Hunter Capico pounces on the loose football and the visitors are on the board.
Well, this already looks like it
ultimately proved to be the difference in this game. This is a self-inflicted wound by Arborview, and clearly Capico's the wrong guy. Before the second half kickoff, 6'3" senior quarterback Logan Bollinger calls signals, goes with the first back through, and this is a big run. The quick hitter
back that they would exchange handoffs with to give going for the game.
And Bollinger could keep it himself, or he could become the lead blocker. It's going to be a quarterback sneak off left guard, and this is going to be close, but I think he's...
Yeah, that's exactly what they did do, and that was good to see Bollinger do that. I mean, early in the season he had some ankle injuries, which caused him to lose 3 games of his season.
Keeps hammering these 8-9 yard hammers up the middle. Graham's going to bust a long one on the edge. So, I mean, in many offenses, the run sets up the pass. Here, the run up the middle could take on the winner of the DeMonte Ranch Bishop Manogue game. And DeMonte Ranch, at the end of the first quarter, has a 14-7 lead. Locally, Bishop Gorman on top of Foothill, 7-3. And Liberty with a quick start, 19-0. Rich Morocco's Patriots on top of Sierra Vista. We'll keep you up to date on how the scores unfold this evening. On paper,
again, stop right up the middle, which they've done this drive. And although Arborview went down, that pass over the middle, he's got to plant his foot and give his quarterback a much better window than he did on that one.
Again, there was movement, and Faith got away with it. Gronauer steps up into the pocket, throws a high pass that's tipped and picked, and it's a touchdown the other way for the Aggies. Their defense strikes.
Yeah, Gronauer was trying to fit it into a small window. Pass was tipped up, and Arborview was there to run it back into the end zone to take a 2-score lead.
Niles Scafidi on the pick.
Yeah, Niles was instrumental in the first game. Remember,
it was thrown so hard. Gronauer steps up. He throws a bullet. It was a tad. I think that was Oliver. It went through his fingertips, and Scafidi gets it and angles his way and gets just inside the... We'll take another look at the replay here, and that ball did come right out in the scramble. Attempt to force the fumble, but Graham held on.
Yeah, we talked about him going to the outside. Big block there. Follows his blocker and does a good job up, and there was a pick six. I mean, obviously they would get quality field position, but I think at least on first down, I would take a shot rather than sending a message to my team, hey, look, let's just mail it in and get to halftime. We'll talk about it at half, but I wanted to go back to the previous play when the Arborview had the ball. Yes, that pass was incomplete. Bollinger's throw was incomplete, but it certainly gives Faith something to think about, because from a standpoint of the pass, I mean, he had a wide receiver that was wide open, and it certainly gives them something to think about other than the run heading into the second half.
You want to trust your quarterback out there. Your Gronauer's thrown for nearly 24. Second down, Gronauer, play action, time to throw, going up top again. And this is intercepted again by the Arborview defense, and coming back the other way is J.J. Tuane with a hurdle, and he's out towards midfield, and a flag flies late. Or Arborview maybe would take a shot for points of their own. for this Arborview D.
An impressive interception for sure. One thing I would like to see from Gronauer in the next half is I'd like to get that ball out of his hands a little bit quicker. He had his wide receiver open. Throw the ball, let your wide receiver run underneath the pass rather than Faith Lutheran or Arborview is just going to hand it off here and get to the halftime.
Well, they get it to Graham, and look out. He's got a big play, and literally he's got the leg to get there. And the other good news for Arborview, that flag is still. There is no wind.
Yeah, they go in. Arborview goes in with a double-digit lead. It's really going to be
good snap. Kick is on its way. It's got the distance, and it is good. Is tied at 21, and in that game, Cade McNamara became Nevada's all-time passing leader, going past Kenyon Oblad from Liberty, and he actually completed the pass to his brother. Talk about completions. How about the big throw right there on the run? Gronauer got it downfield, and then the defenses took over. We had fumble returns, or fumble recovery for a touchdown, and this is the first play from scrimmage from Arborview, and Faith grabbed the early lead, Dana. Defense was on display.
Yeah, it certainly was early on, and I think they have to do more of what they did. Get Gronauer out of the pocket, use that arm, especially to his big wide receiver, Peyton Thornton.
Then Arborview got the ball on offense, went right down the field, and it was a quarterback sneak that produced the equalizer, and then it was a pick six, and the touchdown return. Niles Scafidi put Arborview on top via their defense, and then the defense made a big play right before halftime with the interception by 2-8, and watch the return. He's actually going to hurdle a defender, and with just about 15 seconds left in the half, you think they're going to run the clock out. Graham got a big run, and all of a sudden they set it up for the 42-yard boot.
Challenging the defense to stay disciplined, stay in their lanes. And Graham found a hole there as he gets down to the 11.
From the right hash mark. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. And Arborview has upped the
quarterback to have time. Then you cannot get off big chunks of yardage, which they needed there, and certainly they need a big play at some point. That's one thing Arborview has been able to do tonight is prevent big plays down the field.
This the other way, and when you're in complete control of the game, that would have been a calamity.
Yeah, turnover hurt them, but we see the pursuit right here was they stayed in their lanes despite the misdirection. And forced the fourth down because of their discipline.
Great job by Keegan Tuck.
And field goal as well.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. They'll go with the toss. Hausner puts his head down and cartwheels into the end zone, flexes his muscles as Arborview flexes their lead.
Well, Faith Lutheran went all out and said, we're going to stop you up the middle. If you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us to the side, and that's exactly what
Hausner, he waits for the blocking to develop, and when he puts that right foot into the ground, plants and cuts it upfield, little stiff arm, kept low, found the hole, darts into the end zone, and Arborview is starting to pull away.
Yeah, trying to make this a 3 touchdown lead.
They'll go right up the middle, and Williams is going to power his way in for the 2-point conversion, and Arborview now sports a 28-7 lead with 7:24 remaining in the fourth quarter over Faith Lutheran. We're going to step aside, and we'll take you home when we come back on My 7-1500. Boy, Gronauer's going to go to the delay handoff. Or Go Auto Insurance reminds you that the best play you can make is to never text. On there, she'll honor the LA Rams MVP of the game.
Yeah, it's an easy call there for sure.